is on, you had mentioned that nearly all school districts will be opening by the end of next week. Are there any school districts that you don't foresee opening in the near future? And can you talk a little bit about what your expectation is of how many students will be going back?
So, like I said, from 46 of the 59 in that bucket, we have the school districts that have probably the most to deal with are Lee, DeSoto, Charlotte, Sarasota, and Hardy counties. And some of the issues out of the school's control are, as I saw yesterday when I went down there with the governor, there's still flooding going on the Peace River in Arcadia with Split-Stack County. There's flooding in Northport and Sarasota, which is causing them to be split off, and they have to deal with the flooding. So as the process works, first of all, Director Guthrie talked about the shelters. They have to transition from the emergency shelters, which are a lot of them are schools. Once they've gotten out of that duty, they're doing the assessments of their buildings to see when they go, what repairs or how they are to go back in, and then power has to be restored, or in some cases water, in order to even be able to come back into these school buildings. So the rest of them that we talked about that haven't opened outside of those 5 really are mostly just waiting for power to be restored, and they're on a day by day. So we will see schools opening throughout the week and school districts throughout the week because power has been restored. They've already done their assessment, and we continue to do that. On some of the Southwest Florida areas that have more damage, we are day-to-day working with those superintendents, again, continuing to provide resources from other districts, whether it be personnel, assets, and the ability to look at that, and we'll whittle that down to the point where we figure out what assets they would need to completely open again. And those in the hardest hit areas are obviously going to take a little longer, but the goal is to get those students back to school, to return them to normalcy, because we know for the rest of the community to be able to deal with the issues that are remaining, it's very important to have the kids back into school.